So this is the book of Matthew chapter 24, verse 3. It says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? So first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yoshai, Ba'ashem Kakodash. We said on apostles and elders, agree most on the rule world, teachers of apostles and shoot, and we see salutations, so they act, so they pushing with on truth and sincerity, day in and day out, and constantly, in season and season, with Shalom. And once again, going into our video here, and this basically touching upon this particular news. It's just in, Trump says world has never been as close to World War III as it is now. And he's not wrong. If you've been keeping up with the news, you've been seeing a lot of news about wars happening all around the world. Now we know there's stuff that happened before World War III, right? Before that Great War. But as you can see, there's so much of things happening right now around the world. There are news, North Korea versus South Korea, right? I believe if I go down here, right. So it said North Korea blows up roads, right? So they blow up some roads, right? So it's North Korea versus South Korea. You have Russia versus Ukraine. America in the midst of all of that, right? Israel versus Palestine. You have China versus Taiwan, and this is just some of the stuff that's the name of the top of my head, right? They say Turkey urges sanctions against Israel over Gaza bloodshed. There's so much of things in news. Once you're keeping up with the news, right, you're seeing so much of things happening. The signs, they say the end is being made manifest, and we are seeing that through the signs, right? We're seeing that there's so much of things happening, so much, right? Yeah, sometimes you can't even keep up with the amount of stuff that is happening right now. Because if I could go down a little bit, there was a news article that mentioned about oil. Oil is on the rise because of what they said was the looming danger of war, right? So right, it tumbles. Oil price tumbles 5% on easing Midwest fears, right? Oil price tumbles, right? You've seen all these things. There's so much things happening, Taiwan, China and Taiwan in the midst, and even in the midst of all of that, America is there, right? America is there. So this is the next one here. North Korea blows up roads connecting to the south. Hey, so much. Just pull up any news page, right? Some people I want to go back up here a little bit and show you some of the comments, right? So this was some of the comments on basically what it is he said. He said he is not wrong, right? So this person, he's not wrong. Then there were people calling them, you are all doomed dummies, not at all telling the person that you're off, right? I'm going on a little bit. He is lying, fair campaign, and this is this would be obviously be the mindset of these people. They wouldn't believe until it actually happened. Some of these people they just be like seeing is believing. Especially Jakes. They don't care. They're not paying attention. So what it is happening in the world right now, they don't care. Once it's not affecting them, they don't. But sooner than later, it will. Right? Sooner or later, it will. But for the statement that he made, he's not wrong. Right? So let me go down a little bit again in the Matthew. So it say, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Mashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. And that is the thing. We hearing that right now. Just this post here alone, World War III, where's that? And ye shall hear of wars. There is a war. So we hearing about it. North Korea versus China. We hearing North Korea versus South Korea. We hearing about that war. We hearing about China versus Taiwan. And China basically told Taiwan, there's no reconciliation and no peace. So they already made up their mind on what it is they want to do, right? Japan talking about the fear of it. you see what basically seeing what is going on in the Middle East, right? What is the next? Russia, Ukraine, right? I believe it had a big meeting today with Russia, Iran, China, I believe North Korea, all of them in the midst talking about they would help one another and so forth. Hey, and hey, it all these things are prophecies nonetheless, but we're leading up to that great and dreadful day, right? Now, we know that things have happened before, but hey, you see in the signs, right? You're seeing the signs. For the unbelievers, they would continue to be unbelievers. It have nothing you could do, nothing you could stop. They would just be an unbeliever straight down to the until shit pop off. Right? So it say, for many shall come in my name, saying I am Mashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So all these things must come to pass. It must come to pass, right? It must come to pass. It must happen. These things mentioned here, it must happen. So it mentioned the wars and rumors of wars. That must happen, right? They say, see that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So the end is not yet, right? So it say, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. We've seen that. North Korea, South Korea, China, Taiwan, America, Russia, Ukraine, Turkey in the mix, right? Lebanon, Israel, Palestine, NATO, BRICS, right? So you say, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines. And I've did a couple of videos talking about the famines. If you go into the aspect of how food is right now, just go and look it up. There's shortages all over. Some of the stuff that you all are getting to eat is literally fake. It's fake. It's chemical down. It's getting people sick. Basically in months, people are getting sick. The whole body consumed by a thing. Because why? Now, your government obviously wouldn't come on and tell you what is taking place, but nonetheless, it's fake food that you all be eating, consuming on a daily, right? So it say, and there shall be famines and pestilences. Hey, right? And earthquakes in diverse places. And I didn't mention about the pestilences, and I believe when I was skipping through here, it had something talking about a pestilence, right? Earthquakes, right, in diverse places. Verse 8, it say, all these are the beginning of sorrows. This all is just the beginning of sorrows, right? This is just the beginning. So him mentioning closer to World War III, yeah, that great and dreadful day, right? It's coming. No matter where it is you look, everything is basically set. Things are raising, famines, the stock market on a decline. They're talking about oil, the wars that we're seeing, right? They talk about the pestilences, the diseases, we talk about the natural disasters, all these things that's in the midst. the earth is being hurt, whether you believe it or not. Because again, these people here, this was that's not terribly prophetic. It's pretty obvious, right? But it's prophecy. It's prophecy, right? Now to you it might be pretty obvious because maybe you in the news, you taking it in. But just like some of these people, they don't believe these things are going to happen, right? They don't believe. But eventually they will be in it. Who do haters feel? Right? But you say all these are the beginning of sorrow. This is just the beginning. Just the beginning. Soon, this particular news article here would be we in World War III. That if it might be able to be in the internet, because one of the things that I'm mentioning is the internet infrastructure is being hacked. Shortages may take place and so forth. But this article would be we in World War. right? That is the next thing you might see. But there are things that happen before it. But no other saying. He's saying that we are close to it, and eventually it will be that we are in it. Right? So, hey, with that, once again, I give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Shemi Oshai, by Shemi Kakadash. We set up on our personal Elos agreements and a rule of the teachers of personal shoot, and we see how the teachers, so the alchemists, they push on truth and sincerity, day in and day out, and constantly in season, we say, Shalom.